Transforming your reality. The power of intention and emotional mastery. Stoicism. Have you ever noticed how some people are always stuck in a loop, expecting the worst? They're constantly replaying old memories, letting one past event dictate their entire present. Instead of harnessing the infinite possibilities of their minds, they lock themselves in a prison of fear and doubt. The more they dwell on these fears, the more their bodies respond, entering a state of anxiety that feels impossible to escape. It's as if they've programmed themselves to panic, their reactions on autopilot, beyond conscious control. Ask them why they feel this way, and they might point to something that happened decades ago, a single event that they've allowed to define them. Biologically, their minds and bodies have been unable to break free from that moment. It's a cycle, a rush of familiar emotions, an addiction to the very limitations they claim to despise. They use their challenges and setbacks as proof of their boundaries, clinging to them to feel something, anything. But what if there was another way? A way to harness the power of intention, to master your emotions and transform your reality? That's what we explore today on A Stoic in Your Life. Stay tuned as we dive deep into the principles of Stoicism, the power of intention, and how mastering your emotions can lead to a life of true freedom and strength. When it comes time to change and you ask someone, "Why are you this way?" Often they'll point to a single event from their past. Yet every time they recall that event, their brain and body produce the same chemical reactions as if they were reliving it. The same neural circuits fire, and the same emotional responses are triggered. But what does this mean? It reveals a profound truth. Our bodies, which act as our unconscious minds, cannot distinguish between an actual event that creates an emotion and an emotion generated purely by thought. Essentially, your body believes it's reliving the same experience, moment by moment, day after day, year after year. Now consider the implications of this. When you allow a past experience to dominate your thoughts, you are essentially instructing your body to live in that moment indefinitely. This constant emotional replay wires your brain to behave as though it's stuck in a loop, unable to break free from the chains of the past. As Seneca once wisely observed, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. And this is precisely the trap many fall into, allowing their imagination, driven by fear or regret, to dictate their reality. But here's the turning point. In this very moment, your future self is calling out to you. Can you feel it? That subtle nudge, that inner whisper urging you to realize there is more to life than what you are currently experiencing. This future self, the version of you that has already realized your dreams, overcome your fears, and achieved the greatness you aspire to, is desperately trying to capture your attention. Why? Because in this future you understand a vital truth. You hold within you a reservoir of limitless potential. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, said Marcus Aurelius. And yet, to become that person, you must first understand the power of your thoughts and emotions. Your mind is like a fertile field, where the seeds of thoughts are constantly sown. What you choose to plant, fear, doubt, hope, or courage, determines the harvest you will reap. If you constantly replay past failures, your body will be trapped in that state of defeat. However, if you focus on growth and mastery, your mind will begin to align with that intention, forging a new path forward. Modern psychology echoes this ancient wisdom, emphasizing that we are not just products of our past, but can actively shape our future by changing our thought patterns. Think of it this way. Every thought is a signal sent to your body. When you think positively and focus on what you want to achieve, you are sending a message of empowerment and possibility. Your brain then releases neurotransmitters that make you feel good, motivated, and ready to take on challenges. Conversely, when your thoughts are negative, they trigger stress hormones, preparing your body for a perceived threat that often doesn't exist. This is why it's crucial to become aware of your thoughts and deliberately choose them. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So, What's the way forward? How do we break free from the shackles of the past and begin transforming our reality? The answer lies in mastering the art of intention and emotional regulation. The Stoics taught that while we cannot control external events, we have full control over our internal world, our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Begin by setting a clear intention for your life. What do you want to achieve? Who do you want to become? Write it down, visualize it daily, and feel as if it has already happened. This practice aligns your brain and body with your desired future, creating a powerful pull towards that reality. Furthermore, develop emotional mastery by becoming the observer of your thoughts rather than their slave. When a negative thought or feeling arises, don't resist it. Observe it, understand it, and then let it go. Remember that emotions are just energy in motion. By acknowledging them without judgment, you free yourself from their grip. He who is not a slave to his passions is a master of himself, said Seneca. And it's this mastery that allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Relating this to modern life, think about the daily stresses you encounter. Work pressures, relationship struggles, financial worries. All these can seem overwhelming, but remember, it's not the situation itself, but how you interpret and respond to it, that determines your experience. If you see each challenge as an opportunity to grow, you transform your reality. You become proactive rather than reactive, taking charge of your life rather than feeling like a victim of circumstances. The power of intention and emotional mastery lies in recognizing that you are the creator of your reality. By choosing your thoughts and managing your emotions, you can shape your destiny. As you navigate this journey, keep the words of Marcus Aurelius close to your heart. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Embrace your challenges, set your intentions, and master your emotions. This is the essence of Stoicism, the path to true freedom and personal transformation. Now, it's your turn to take the reins of your life and steer it towards the future you've always dreamed of. You have the power to shape your reality, to build the life you've always dreamed of, and to become the person you aspire to be. This power is not something that lies in the distant future. It starts right here, right now, with every choice you make and every thought you entertain. Picture this. Your future self is calling out to you, urging you to wake up to the immense possibilities that lie ahead. This future version of you isn't just a distant fantasy. It's a real possibility, a version of you that has unlocked the vast reservoirs of creativity, resilience, and passion. This self has already tapped into strengths you may only catch glimpses of in your quiet moments of reflection, or during those times when you feel truly alive. It knows something you might have forgotten or overlooked in the rush of everyday life, that within you resides a tremendous power to shape your destiny, to rise above any limitations imposed by fear or doubt, and to boldly step into a life filled with purpose and intention. Think about it. How often do we let past experiences, fears, or doubts hold us back? It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that we are defined by what has happened to us. But let me ask you this. Are you really just a sum of your past experiences, or are you something more? Every moment you spend dwelling on a past mistake or a missed opportunity, you are letting that version of you, one that is tethered to the past, control your present. But what if you could shift your perspective and instead focus on what you want to create in your life? What if, instead of replaying old scenarios, you started to envision new possibilities, new outcomes, and a new way of being? This is where the power of intention comes into play. By consciously deciding what you want and focusing your energy on it, you start to reshape your reality. Consider the story of a man who, after years of working a stable but unfulfilling job, realized he was living someone else's dream. Every day felt like a routine. Wake up, go to work, come back home, and repeat. He felt stuck as if his life was on autopilot. One day he stumbled upon a quote from Epictetus. "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This simple realization sparked a change in him. He began to reflect on his life, his choices, and the things that truly mattered to him. Instead of resigning to his circumstances, he started setting new intentions for himself. He asked himself, "What do I truly want? What makes me come alive?" And so, he made a choice, not to quit his job immediately, but to start a side project that brought him joy, something he was passionate about. Over time, this side project grew, and eventually, it became his full-time pursuit. He transformed his reality not by a grand, sweeping change, but by small, consistent choices aligned with his true desires. Now, reflect on your own life. What is one area where you feel stuck or unfulfilled? What if you chose to view it not as a limitation but as an opportunity for growth? The Stoics taught us that we have control over our responses, over our mindset. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, said Marcus Aurelius. By shifting your focus from what's holding you back to what you can do right now, you start to take control of your life. Ask yourself, what intentions am I setting today? Are they rooted in fear, or are they fueled by a desire to grow and improve? The truth is, we often underestimate the impact of our daily thoughts and actions. Every thought you think, every action you take is like a seed being planted. Over time, these seeds grow into the reality you experience. So, how can you start to transform your reality today? Begin by setting clear, positive intentions. Take a moment each day to visualize the life you want to create. See yourself as the person you wish to become, strong, resilient, full of purpose. Feel what it would be like to live that life, to embody those qualities. Then, take small, consistent steps towards that vision. Remember, it's not about making a massive leap all at once. It's about taking one step at a time, steadily moving towards your goal. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way, Marcus Aurelius reminds us. Use this philosophy as a guide. See every challenge as an opportunity to grow, every setback as a stepping stone to your future self. The lesson here is simple yet profound. You are the architect of your own life. You have within you the power to choose your thoughts, to set your intentions, and to take actions that align with your highest values and desires. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Instead, listen to that inner voice, the one that knows your true potential and is urging you to act. Take the reins, set your course, and step boldly into the life you are meant to live. The power to transform your reality is yours. Embrace it and let it guide you to greatness. Your future self has already glimpsed the incredible heights you are capable of reaching, the dreams waiting to be brought to life, and the profound impact you have the potential to make in the world. But here's the thing. To turn that vision into reality, a transformation needs to happen. A shift in how you perceive yourself, your abilities, and the journey ahead of you. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly move towards their goals, while others remain stuck, unable to break free from their current circumstances? The difference lies not in talent or opportunity, but in mindset. As the philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This wisdom reminds us that to change your reality, you must first change your mind. It all begins with a deep-seated belief that you are capable of more than you've ever dared to imagine. But let's be honest. Believing in yourself is often easier said than done. We are conditioned by our past experiences, our upbringing, and the voices around us that may have told us we are not enough, not capable, or not deserving. These thoughts create a narrative in our minds that we carry with us, a story that we believe defines who we are. But ask yourself, is this story serving you, or is it holding you back? Your future self isn't asking for perfection. It's asking for courage. Courage to rewrite that story, to challenge those limiting beliefs, and to take that crucial first step toward your goals. You see, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the determination to act despite it. Imagine for a moment what would happen if you chose to act with courage, if you decided to face your fears head-on and take that first step, however small it might be. Wouldn't that be a powerful move? He who fears he shall suffer, already suffers what he fears, said Michel de Montaigne. Reflect on this. What is it that you fear most about stepping into your future self? Is it the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown, or perhaps the fear of actually succeeding and stepping into a role you've never played before? These fears are natural, but they don't have to control you. Instead, use them as a guide to where your greatest growth lies. Now, let's talk about the path forward. The journey to becoming your future self, your best self, isn't about making giant leaps. It's about consistent, intentional steps. Each decision you make, each action you take, is a step on the path to transforming your reality. Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic philosopher, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that every obstacle you encounter is not a barrier, but an opportunity. An opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. So when you face challenges, don't see them as reasons to turn back. See them as stepping stones that are guiding you toward your future self. Think about a time in your life when you faced a significant challenge. Maybe it was a career setback, a personal loss, or a moment of deep self-doubt. How did you respond? Did you let it define you, or did you use it as a catalyst for growth? Often it's in these moments of adversity that we find our true strength, and it's in overcoming these obstacles that we gain the clarity and confidence to pursue our deepest desires. So, what's stopping you from taking that next step today? What's holding you back from moving closer to your future self? To bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be, you need to adopt a mindset of continuous growth and learning. This means embracing failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as a necessary part of the journey. It means understanding that every step, no matter how small, is progress. And it means cultivating a deep sense of self-compassion. Remember, your future self is not looking for perfection. It knows that growth comes from the willingness to try, to fail, and to try again. As the famous saying goes, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. This idea is central to transforming your reality. So, how can you start shifting your mindset today? Start by challenging your inner dialogue. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, "I can't," replace it with, "What if I could?" Whenever you think, "I'm not good enough," ask yourself, "Who says?" Remember, most limitations are self-imposed. By questioning these thoughts, you begin to break down the mental barriers that have been holding you back. And once those barriers are down, you'll find that the path to your future self is much clearer. Engage with this process. Ask yourself, what small step can I take today that my future self will thank me for? Maybe it's a simple act of kindness, a bold decision, or even just a moment of reflection. Whatever it is, take that step with intention and confidence. Know that each step is bringing you closer to the person you were always meant to be. And keep asking yourself, what's next? Because the journey of transformation is ongoing. Your future self has already seen the remarkable person you can become. It has already experienced the fulfillment of your dreams and the joy of living a life aligned with your deepest values. To get there, all it takes is a shift in mindset, a belief in your abilities, a commitment to growth, and the courage to take that first step. Remember the words of Seneca. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Prepare yourself now by embracing the power of intention and emotional mastery. The opportunity to transform your reality is right in front of you. Will you take it? Will you choose to step into your future self today? The choice, as always, is yours. Thank you so much for being here with us today, and for taking the time to explore the power of intention and emotional mastery through Stoicism. We'd love to hear your thoughts. How have you used the principles of Stoicism to transform your reality or manage your emotions in challenging situations? Share your experiences or any insights you've gained in the comments below. If you're not sure what to comment, feel free to share one thing you learned from this video or a Stoic practice you're interested in trying. We look forward to reading your responses. Allow yourself the grace to grow, the courage to learn, the humility to fail, and the strength to rise again. Life is not a straight path, but a winding journey filled with lessons waiting to be learned. Trust in the process of becoming, for every experience you encounter, whether a small victory or a profound setback, is carefully shaping you into the person you are destined to be. Think about it. How often do we let our fears, past failures, or self-imposed limitations dictate our future? Yet, each moment offers an opportunity to change course, to redefine who we are and who we wish to become. Your future self, that wiser, more fulfilled version of you, is already living the life you desire. It understands that the journey to get there is not about perfection, but progress. It knows that the key to unlocking your true potential lies within you, waiting to be awakened. But awakening to your potential requires more than just wishful thinking. It demands action and introspection. As the great Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This is a powerful reminder that the obstacles we face are not meant to deter us, but to help us grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. When you look at the challenges before you, instead of seeing them as roadblocks, what if you viewed them as opportunities? Opportunities to learn something new, to gain a deeper understanding of yourself, and to push beyond the limits you once thought insurmountable. Take a moment to reflect. What is one fear or doubt that has been holding you back? What if facing it head-on was the very thing that could set you free? Consider this. Every time you choose to confront a fear or take a step outside your comfort zone, you are training your mind to become more adaptable, your emotions to become more regulated, and your spirit to become more unyielding. This is the essence of emotional mastery, understanding that your emotions are not enemies to be conquered, but allies to be understood. By mastering your emotions, you take control of your life's narrative. Instead of being swayed by external circumstances, you become the author of your own story. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So, ask yourself, what story are you telling about your life? Is it one of limitation and fear, or is it one of growth and possibility? To truly transform your reality, you must first recognize that you are not bound by your past. Too often, we carry the weight of past mistakes and failures, allowing them to dictate our present and future. But what if you chose to see these past experiences as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks? As the great philosopher Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This shift in perspective is crucial. It frees you from the chains of regret and empowers you to focus on what truly matters, the here and now, and the person you are becoming. Look around you. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information, expectations, and pressures. But remember, the path to greatness isn't forged in ease. It is molded through resilience and a steadfast commitment to growth. Reflect on modern life. How often do we find ourselves caught in the rat race, constantly chasing after the next achievement, the next milestone, the next big thing? What if instead you took a moment to pause, to breathe, and to ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my true values? Am I moving towards the life I genuinely desire, or am I merely moving? Your future self is not some distant, unattainable figure. It is a reflection of the choices you make today. It knows that the fears that hold you back are merely illusions created by the mind, shadows that disappear once you choose to face them with courage. It understands that growth comes from stepping into the unknown, from daring to explore the uncharted territories of your own potential. and it beckons you to let go of what no longer serves you, the doubts, the fears, the limiting beliefs, and to step boldly into the extraordinary life that awaits. As you navigate this journey of self-discovery and transformation, remember this. Every experience, every challenge, and every triumph is a part of your story, a chapter in the book of your life. And you have the power to write each page with intention and purpose. The only way to make sense of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance, said Alan Watts. So what will your next move be? Will you continue to be confined by the fears of yesterday, or will you choose to step forward, guided by the vision of your future self and the limitless possibilities that lie ahead? The lesson here is clear. You are not defined by your circumstances, but by your choices. Choose to embrace growth, choose to learn from every experience, and choose to rise, time and time again. Your journey is yours to shape, your reality yours to transform. Let go of the fears that hold you back, trust in the path ahead, and awaken to the incredible potential within you. The extraordinary life you seek is not a distant dream, it's a decision away. So, take that step, embrace the journey, and become the person you were always meant to be. Take a moment to reflect on this. Every great achievement, every significant breakthrough, every moment of profound change in human history began with a single thought, one simple yet powerful thought that asked, "What if?" This thought dared to imagine a reality beyond the constraints of the present, a reality that stretched the boundaries of what was deemed possible. Think about it, whether it was the invention of the wheel, the discovery of electricity, or the first steps on the moon. Each monumental leap started with the courage to dream beyond the current limitations. You too have these transformative thoughts within you. Every single day, your mind is filled with ideas, flashes of inspiration, and visions of what could be. Your imagination dances with endless possibilities, painting vivid pictures of potential futures. But here's a critical question. How often do you truly listen to these thoughts? How often do you pause amidst the noise of daily life to give these whispers of your mind the energy and attention they deserve? Consider this. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to dismiss these fleeting ideas as mere daydreams or distractions. But what if they were more than that? What if they were the very seeds of your future greatness, waiting for you to nurture them into reality? Let's take the story of Steve Jobs, for instance, a man who once asked, "Why can't computers be as beautiful as they are powerful?" This singular thought, seemingly simple at first glance, revolutionized the tech industry and changed the way we interact with technology forever. His willingness to entertain that idea, to give it time and energy, transformed not just his life, but the lives of millions around the globe. So, what thoughts are you ignoring? What dreams have you shelved because they seem too ambitious or out of reach? Imagine the power of turning your "what if" into "why not?" Think about how your life could change if you decided to act on those ideas that spark your soul. Maybe it's starting a new business, pursuing a long-forgotten passion, or simply changing a habit that no longer serves you. The truth is, every idea has the potential to reshape your life if you choose to act on it. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If your thoughts are focused on possibility, growth, and potential, your life will begin to reflect that same vibrancy. But if your mind is clouded with doubt, fear, and limitation, then your reality, too, will become constrained by those dark shades. Let's look at modern life for a moment. You might be working a job that pays the bills, but leaves you feeling unfulfilled. Or you may have dreams of writing a book, traveling the world, or starting a new career. These aren't just idle wishes. They are the whispers of your future self, calling you to explore new possibilities. But ask yourself, what is stopping you from turning these dreams into reality? Is it fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or perhaps the comfort of staying within your current routine? What if, instead of letting these fears dictate your life, you chose to embrace them? What if you saw each fear not as a barrier but as a guidepost pointing you toward where your greatest growth lies? Remember, Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you push beyond it, when you take that leap of faith even when the outcome is uncertain. "He who is brave is free," said Seneca, a sentiment that still holds profound truth today. Freedom comes from daring to pursue the life you want, not the life you settle for. So, what can you do today to start moving toward that vision? Could it be as simple as dedicating just 10 minutes each day to plan and reflect on your goals? Or perhaps taking a small but meaningful step toward a new venture or passion? The key is to start somewhere, anywhere, and to keep moving forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. Let's ground this in a story. Think about Elon Musk, who famously asked, "What if we could make humanity a multiplanetary species?" At first, the idea seemed outlandish, even impossible, but he listened to that inner voice, gave it the attention it deserved, and started taking steps, however small at first, toward making that vision a reality. Today, SpaceX is pioneering efforts to take humans to Mars, a goal that once seemed like pure science fiction. Musk's journey wasn't without failures or setbacks, but he embraced each one as a lesson, not a defeat. He demonstrated that perseverance, fueled by a powerful vision, could turn the improbable into the possible. So again, what if you gave yourself permission to think big, to dream boldly, and to act courageously? Your thoughts are powerful tools that can either limit you or set you free. Every what if. Your entertainment has the potential to open a new door, to take you down a path you never thought possible. So don't just let your ideas fade into the background of your busy life. Give them space, give them attention, and most importantly, give them action. Remember, your future self is watching, waiting, and hoping that today will be the day you decide to step into your full potential. The power to transform your reality lies in your hands, but only if you choose to use it. So ask yourself, what if today I decided to act on one of those ideas that's been tugging at my heart? What could be possible for you then? The answer, my friend, could very well change your life. Your future self already knows a powerful truth. The secret to transforming your life is in mastering the power of your own mind. But this isn't about simply adopting a think positive mantra or indulging in wishful dreaming. It's about digging deeper and truly understanding the nature of reality and your unique role within it. Let's take a moment to explore this idea more fully. Have you ever stopped to consider what your thoughts really are? At their core, they are more than just fleeting ideas or passing impressions. They are dynamic forms of energy that have the potential to shape your reality. This isn't just philosophical musing. Modern science, particularly quantum physics, provides us with fascinating insights into the very fabric of existence. It reveals that at the most basic subatomic level, everything in the universe, including you and me, is made up of energy and information. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold, these are all forms of energy that interact constantly with the world around you, influencing your experiences, your actions, and even the outcomes of your life. Think about this for a moment. If everything around us is energy, then your thoughts and emotions are not just isolated phenomena occurring inside your mind. They are powerful forces that can impact your reality. Consider the words of Marcus Aurelius, who once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This ancient wisdom aligns remarkably with modern scientific understanding. If your thoughts are consistently negative or fearful, you're not only coloring your inner world with those hues, but also sending out ripples of that energy into the universe, shaping the reality you experience. On the other hand, if you choose thoughts that are empowering, hopeful, and aligned with your highest intentions, you begin to influence your life in profoundly positive ways. But how often do we take the time to truly examine the nature of our thoughts? How often do we reflect on the energy we are putting out into the world? Let's explore a story that illustrates this idea. Think about someone like Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist who, even in the darkest of circumstances, discovered that while he couldn't control his external environment, he had absolute power over his internal state. He famously said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Frankl's insight shows us that even when faced with the harshest conditions, we possess an incredible ability to choose our response, to master our emotional state, and in doing so, to transform our reality from the inside out. So consider this. In your own life, what thoughts or beliefs might be keeping you stuck in a place you no longer wish to be? What if, instead of feeling trapped by your circumstances, you chose to view them as opportunities to exercise this last human freedom? The idea that our thoughts and emotions are powerful forces isn't just a comforting concept. It has practical implications for how we live every day. If your thoughts are indeed forms of energy, then mastering your mind becomes the key to mastering your life. This is where the power of intention comes into play. Setting a clear, positive intention is like tuning your energy to a specific frequency. When you focus on what you want to achieve, whether it's greater peace, a healthier body, a more fulfilling career, or better relationships, you start to align your thoughts and emotions with that desired reality. We are what we repeatedly do, Aristotle observed. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Your thoughts are the seeds of your habits, and your habits shape your destiny. By consciously choosing your thoughts, you begin to cultivate habits that align with the life you want to create. But it's important to recognize that this process requires more than just surface-level affirmation or forced optimism. It calls for a deeper level of self-awareness and a willingness to confront the thoughts and beliefs that may be working against you. Are there fears or doubts that continually arise? Are there old stories you tell yourself about what you can or cannot do? These are the energetic blocks that need to be addressed if you are to transform your reality. This isn't a one-time effort, but an ongoing practice of emotional mastery, where you learn to observe your thoughts without judgment, to challenge them, and to consciously choose those that empower you. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior, said Confucius. True mastery begins within. Think about the way you approach your daily life. Do you wake up feeling anxious about the day ahead, or do you set an intention for how you want your day to unfold? The power of intention is like a compass. It guides your energy, your actions, and your focus. By setting an intention, you are not just passively hoping for a better day. You are actively directing your energy toward creating it. This practice is grounded in the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. As Epictetus wisely taught, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. What response will you choose today? The lesson here is that your future self, the version of you that is living a life of fulfillment, peace, and purpose, understands this deeply. It knows that you have the power to influence your reality by mastering your thoughts and emotions. It invites you to let go of the limiting beliefs that have kept you tethered to a reality that no longer serves you. It calls on you to awaken to your true potential, to harness the power of intention, and to step boldly into the life you were meant to live. So I ask you, what energy are you putting out into the world today? How will you choose to shape your reality? Remember, the power to transform your life begins within. The choice, as always, is yours. If you've made it this far, you're already on the path to mastering your mind and transforming your reality. Drop a comment saying, "I choose my destiny," to show you're dedicated to embracing the power of intention and emotional mastery. Stay with us. Your journey to a stronger, wiser self has just begun. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract success and happiness, while others remain stuck in a cycle of frustration and lack? The difference isn't in their circumstances, but in how they harness the power of their minds and emotions. And here's the incredible truth. You possess the extraordinary ability to direct the energy of your thoughts and emotions, to mold it and use it as a tool to create the reality you desire. But here's where it gets interesting. It's not enough to simply think about what you want. You must go beyond mere thoughts and start to feel it deeply within your mind and body, as if it's already a part of your reality. This is where many people hit a roadblock. They can visualize their dreams, they can see their goals in their mind's eye, but they struggle with feeling those desires as though they've already been achieved. Have you ever found yourself in this situation, knowing what you want but finding it hard to connect with it emotionally? This disconnect is crucial because, as Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If your mind is filled with thoughts of abundance and success, but your emotions are stuck in fear or doubt, you create a mixed signal that the universe cannot interpret clearly. Your future self, the version of you that has already accomplished your goals and lives the life you dream of, is urging you to grasp this vital concept. When you combine a clear intention with an elevated emotion, you create a powerful, magnetic force capable of transforming your reality. It's like tuning into a specific frequency on a radio. If your thoughts are the dial, then your emotions are the signal strength. When you align with the frequency of your desired future, feeling it as if it's already your present, you start to attract the experiences, opportunities, and resources needed to bring that future into existence. Consider this. Have you ever noticed how, when you are in a particularly good mood, things just seem to go your way? You find a parking spot right in front of your destination, or you get an unexpected call about a job opportunity. These aren't mere coincidences. They are the result of you vibrating at a frequency that aligns with positive outcomes. Think of it like this. Your mind is a garden, and your thoughts are seeds. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and scarcity, what sort of garden do you think will grow? Conversely, if you plant seeds of hope, belief, and abundance, you'll cultivate a garden filled with opportunities and successes. This idea is echoed in the words of Seneca, who said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Your thoughts prepare the ground, and your emotions water the seeds. When both are aligned, you create fertile soil for your desired reality to grow. But how do you make your intentions and emotions work together harmoniously? How do you feel your future before it's even happened? The answer lies in practice and patience. Just as you wouldn't expect to master a musical instrument overnight, mastering your inner world takes time and deliberate effort. Let's relate this to a more modern example. Think about the countless stories of athletes who have visualized their success long before it happened. Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, was known not just for his physical training but also for his mental conditioning. He would visualize every race down to the smallest detail, how his strokes would feel, the sound of the water, even the way he would feel standing on the podium. This visualization wasn't just a mental exercise, it was an emotional experience. He felt the victory in his mind and body long before he achieved it in reality. This combination of a clear intention, winning the race, and an elevated emotion, feeling the triumph, created a powerful alignment that helped him reach his goals. Can you see how you could apply this to your own life? What is it you want to achieve? How can you start to visualize and feel it as if it's already yours? By consciously choosing to feel the emotions of your desired future now, gratitude, joy, fulfillment, you are aligning your current state with the reality you wish to create. This is not just a feel-good exercise. It's a strategic alignment with your goals. It's about embodying the energy of your desired outcome today, right now. And this is the core message your future self wants you to understand. You have the power to shape your reality, but it requires more than just wishful thinking. It demands a commitment to align your thoughts and emotions consistently with your highest intentions. As Epictetus wisely taught, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. So ask yourself, what are you broadcasting to the universe right now? Are your thoughts and feelings in harmony with the life you want to live, or are they in conflict, sending mixed messages that create confusion and delay? The path to transforming your reality is straightforward, but requires vigilance. Begin each day with a clear intention. What do you want to achieve? What kind of person do you want to be? Then, take a moment to feel that reality as though it's already true. Close your eyes and allow yourself to experience the emotions of your success, your happiness, your fulfillment. This practice isn't about ignoring your current reality, but rather choosing to focus on what you want to create and feel it with every part of your being. Remember that you hold the keys to your own transformation. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny, and your emotions are the builders. By aligning both, you can create a life that not only meets your desires, but exceeds them in ways you never thought possible. So, what frequency will you tune into today? Will you choose to dwell on doubts and fears, or will you rise to the level of your dreams and desires? The choice is yours, and it starts with a single thought, a single feeling, and a single step towards the reality you wish to create. As you go about your day, remember the power that lies within you, waiting to be harnessed. Your future self is cheering you on, knowing that every moment is an opportunity to turn possibility into reality. But here's the catch. You can't expect to change your life by doing something once or by relying on a burst of temporary inspiration. You can't just attend a seminar, feel motivated for a few days, and then slip back into the same old patterns of thinking and behaving that have kept you stuck. Your future self, the person you aspire to become, understands this deeply. It knows that true transformation is not about a single dramatic event, but rather about consistency, dedication, and daily practice. Every day you have to make a conscious decision to set aside time to connect with your future self, to envision the person you want to become, and to feel what it's like to live that reality. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about rewiring your brain and body through repetition, creating a new reality in your mind so vividly and so consistently that your brain and body start to believe it's already happened. Think of it like training for a marathon. You wouldn't expect to run 26.2 miles successfully after just one practice run, right? You'd have to train regularly, build your stamina, and slowly push beyond your limits. The same goes for transforming your mind and your reality. It requires a daily commitment to break free from the familiar routines and habits that keep you tethered to your past. It's about making small, intentional changes each day that align with the vision of your future self. Consider the story of James Clear, author of Atomic Habits. Clear shares how he transformed his life by focusing on tiny, incremental changes, 1% improvements each day. Instead of overhauling his life overnight, he focused on the small habits that compounded over time, leading to profound personal growth. So ask yourself, what are the small habits in your daily life that are either moving you closer to your desired future or holding you back? What could you start doing today that, if done consistently, would transform your reality over the next year? The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This wisdom speaks directly to the power of intentional action combined with a clear vision. But it's not just about knowing what you want. It's about taking deliberate steps to make it happen, and it starts with your thoughts and emotions. Every morning, take a few moments to visualize your future self. What do you look like? How do you feel? What have you achieved? And then, more importantly, ask yourself, what steps can I take today to move closer to this vision? This daily practice of connecting with your future self isn't just a mental exercise. It's a way of programming your subconscious mind, of aligning your energy with the reality you want to create. Let's relate this to modern life. Think about someone you know who has achieved great success. Maybe a friend who started a thriving business, a colleague who climbed the career ladder, or a family member who transformed their health. Do you think they got there by accident? Or do you think they consistently practiced the habits, thoughts, and actions that led them to where they are today? Successful people understand that their outer world is a reflection of their inner world, that their thoughts and emotions create their reality. So, they make it a point to master their mindset daily, to cultivate habits that align with their goals, and to stay committed to their vision even when the going gets tough. What about you? Are you willing to do the same? Are you prepared to commit to the daily practice of becoming the person you want to be? Remember, your future self is not just a distant dream or an abstract idea. It's a real possibility, waiting for you to align with it. But it requires more than just passive hope. It demands action and consistency. You have to be willing to break free from the old patterns and routines that no longer serve you. You have to challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone, to take risks, and to embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. As Seneca wisely noted, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Your preparation is the daily practice of aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desired future. Your opportunity is every moment you choose to do something that moves you closer to that future. So, what's the lesson here? It's simple yet profound. True transformation is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. It's about showing up for yourself every day, about making conscious choices that align with the person you want to become. It's about believing so strongly in your future self that you start to live as if it's already real. And when you do this consistently, something incredible happens. Your brain and body begin to adapt to this new reality. They start to recognize it as familiar, and you begin to act, think, and feel in ways that align with your highest vision. So, I challenge you today. What can you start doing right now, today, to connect with your future self? How can you start practicing the habits, thoughts, and emotions that will bring you closer to the reality you desire? Remember, the journey of transformation begins with a single step, but it's the steps you take every day that truly shape your destiny. Your future self is cheering you on, ready to meet you on the other side of your commitment and consistency. Will you take that step? Will you begin today? The choice is yours, and the time is now. Your brain is designed to keep you safe by sticking to what's familiar and comfortable. It's a survival mechanism, constantly scanning your environment for potential threats, ready to trigger stress responses at the slightest sign of danger or uncertainty. This instinctual behavior was incredibly useful for our ancestors who faced immediate physical dangers. But in today's world, where we're constantly bombarded with information, distractions, and stimuli from every direction, this same mechanism can keep us trapped in cycles of stress, anxiety, and fear. Have you ever noticed how quickly your mind jumps to worst-case scenarios, even when there's no real danger? This is your brain doing its job, trying to protect you. But it also means that if you're not careful, you can end up living in a state of constant vigilance, always on edge, always bracing for something that might never happen. But here's the powerful truth. Your future self wants you to understand. You have the ability to break free from these patterns. You can rewire your brain and create new neural pathways that support your growth and transformation. This isn't some far-fetched idea. It's backed by science. Every time you choose a new thought, every time you decide to respond to a situation in a different, more positive way, you are literally reshaping your brain. Think about that for a moment. This means you have the power to change your brain, not through some external force, not by waiting for a miracle cure, but through your own thoughts and actions. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." What if you could start shifting those thoughts today, right now? Consider the story of Dr. Joe Dispenza, a neuroscientist who has dedicated his life to understanding the power of the mind to heal the body and transform reality. After a severe accident that left him with multiple fractured vertebrae, he was told he might never walk again. But instead of accepting this prognosis, he chose to visualize himself walking, running, and living a full life again. He focused his mind on creating a different reality, and after months of intense mental practice, he fully recovered. This wasn't magic. It was a demonstration of the brain's ability to change and heal itself. If he could achieve such a dramatic transformation, what small changes could you start making in your own life to begin creating the future you desire? Ask yourself this. What are the thought patterns you find yourself falling into day after day? Are they thoughts of doubt, fear, or inadequacy? Or are they thoughts of possibility, growth, and potential? The Stoics believed that we have control over our perceptions, and that by changing our perceptions we change our reality. Epictetus famously said, "We are disturbed not by the things that happen to us, but by our thoughts about those things." So, if your mind is constantly creating stress and anxiety over things that haven't even happened, what can you do to change this? Start by recognizing the thoughts that no longer serve you, and then consciously replace them with thoughts that empower and uplift you. This process of rewiring your brain isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice. Every time you consciously choose a new thought, every time you respond to a challenging situation with calm instead of panic, or with hope instead of despair, you are carving out new pathways in your brain. This is neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Think of it like creating a new path in the woods. The more often you walk that path, the clearer and easier it becomes to navigate. Over time, these new positive pathways become your brain's default mode, and the old negative ones begin to fade away. In modern life, it's easy to get caught up in the rush, to feel like you're always playing catch-up, always on the edge of burnout. But what if you took just a few moments each day to practice mindfulness, to be aware of your thoughts, and to deliberately choose thoughts that align with the life you want to create? What if you could learn to see challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and learning? The Stoic philosopher Seneca reminds us, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." By embracing this mindset, you begin to see that every challenge is a chance to strengthen your mental muscles, to practice patience, resilience, and determination. So here's the lesson your future self is trying to impart. The power to transform your reality starts in your mind. It's about taking control of your thoughts and using them to create the future you desire. This isn't about denying reality or ignoring your problems. It's about facing them with a different mindset, one that empowers rather than diminishes you. It's about recognizing that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but a co-creator of your reality. So, I ask you, what new thought will you choose today? What different action will you take to start rewiring your brain and creating the life you want to live? Remember, the power to change your life is already within you. You just need to decide to use it. And as you go about your day, keep this in mind. Every thought is a choice. Every action, a step toward your future self. The question is, which path will you choose? The choice, as always, is yours to make. As we wrap up today's exploration of transforming your reality through the power of intention and emotional mastery, it's essential to take away a few key messages. First, recognize that your thoughts are more than fleeting ideas. They are powerful forces that shape your experience of life. The Stoic wisdom we've discussed, like Epictetus's reminder that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, teaches us that the real battleground is within. You have the ability to choose your thoughts and, in doing so, direct the course of your life. Each moment offers an opportunity to decide whether you will remain bound by the limitations of your past or step boldly into the potential of your future. Your future self understands that the journey of transformation is ongoing, filled with both triumphs and setbacks. But it also knows that every setback is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Embrace this philosophy as you navigate the challenges of your daily life. Whether it's work pressures, relationship struggles, or financial worries, remember that your response to these challenges defines your experience. Instead of being reactive, choose to be proactive. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstances, take charge of your life and steer it in the direction you desire. So how do you start this journey of transformation today? Begin by setting a clear intention for your life. What do you truly want to achieve? Who do you want to become? Take a moment each day to visualize this future and feel it as if it has already happened. Practice gratitude for the progress you make, no matter how small, and celebrate each step forward. By doing this, you align your brain and body with your desired future, creating a powerful momentum that propels you towards it. Remember, as Seneca said, "He who is not a slave to his passions is a master of himself." Mastery over your emotions and thoughts is the pathway to true freedom. And as you continue on this path, keep the lessons of Stoicism close to your heart. Understand that life is a journey of continuous growth and learning. Each day offers a new opportunity to refine your character, to deepen your wisdom, and to move closer to your highest self. The power to transform your reality is not something that lies in the distant future. It begins here and now, with the choices you make and the thoughts you cultivate. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back from the incredible potential that lies within you. Instead, listen to that inner voice, the one that knows your true capabilities, and take bold steps toward the life you are meant to live. Thank you for joining us today on this journey of self-discovery and transformation on Stoic in Your Life. If you found value in this video, we encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to turn on notifications so you won't miss our upcoming videos, where we continue to explore the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and how it can help you live a life of purpose, peace, and strength. Remember, the power to change your reality lies within you. Will you take that step today? Your future self is cheering you on, and we are here to support you every step of the way. See you in the next video.